All right, we are doing this a little bit later than we had hoped, but we are going to get ready to rock here in 6 minutes plus a couple. Am I going to need a phone charger for this draft? That's the question. As you guys can see, I am here repping my 2022 fantasy football MVP. That's a little tradition I have for my annual fantasy football leagues. I get the jersey of my MVP from the previous season, and last year Travis Kelce carried me to 6 fantasy football championships out of the 6 leagues I was in. So here's the jersey. And I'm going to inform you guys on a few of the bullets we got to dodge today. Yo. What's going on, chat? I'd like to ramp up the energy a notch when we're drafting. You just got to get a little bit more hyped. Yes, I am not going to use the Q. I do know that if you guys watch my Instagram videos at all, we have Power Football in the second pick. And chances are we're going to be sniping each other all night. That's probably just the way it's going to be. So we're going to do our best to navigate around that, but we have mutually agreed for him to not watch this stream because he's a loyal content collaborator. So he will not be watching this stream, and as far as I'm concerned, none of the other 10 guys in here watch my videos. And if they do, then I guess they're going to potentially have a sneak peek in here too. But the combination of no one likely watching and stream delay should be okay for me to still talk through my picks with you guys. So that's kind of an update. But again, pick number 2, we got Power Football. One of the guys that I collaborate with a lot. He knows my content inside and out. He knows the guys I like. So we're probably going to have half the players we like and the other person's going to have the other half. But that's just going to be the way it's going to work. Start 2 wide receivers. Who do I start? Amon-Ra, Calvin Ridley, DJ Moore, Marquise Brown, Elijah Moore. Clear cut the first 2. Amon-Ra and Calvin Ridley are the clear starters amongst that group. For sure. I don't care who the matchups are for week 1. You are definitely starting those 2 guys. What's good? TJ, how are you? Good to see you in the chat. You think you're going to get as good as my 10-man team? I sent you in the DMs. You know my C-plus team. I think my team, I don't know. I don't think I can get as good as that team because of Power Football in this draft. However, I do almost guarantee you that I can get worse than a C-plus team. Because if I got a C-plus, that would be by far the best grade draft I would ever have in my entire life. Never, ever get good grades in fantasy football. Not in real life. I'm a college student, and I do get very good grades. Let's just make that very clear. But if I got a C-plus team or C-plus draft grade, I would be completely shocked. I would be absolutely shocked. There's no way. I've never gotten a grade that good in my life. Continue to spam the chat with the most random comments that come across your guys' minds. I am going to be answering them all as I draft here. I think I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to do. Doing good. Prepping for my drafts this upcoming weekend. Going to be chaos. Drafting Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's like the dream weekend. I can't even lie. Like, I would never want to do anything else other than draft 3 days straight. For real drafts. I mean, I absolutely go on cruise control and draft every day for mock drafts, but you just don't get that, don't get that kick in it, Like, I am hyped right now just because it's the real deal. Even if there's nothing on the line with just a bunch of random guys that I got invited to from Instagram, Real quick before we start, you guys that are watching here, if you are not aware of my Instagram, number 1, go follow my Instagram. It's just first and goal. But 2, make sure to check my Instagram story for my first annual 32-man fantasy football challenge. It's going to be complete chaos. 32 people, but you can find the link on my Instagram. There are, I think, maybe 8 spots left, so your chances of joining are ticking down, but I want to make sure that you guys know about the opportunity to go on that Instagram story and click the link to join that league. But it's going to be 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 1 receiver, 1 tight end, and 3 flex spots, along with 5 bench players. So obviously with 32 people, the chances of getting a very terrible team are likely. So we are greatly diminishing the starting spots and increasing the number of flex spots, and just get rid of the kicker and defense, because at that point, when you're doing a 32-man league, no one needs to see that. That's for sure. At least both of my teams are projected to finish bottom 2 in both of my leagues. That usually means I'm guaranteed to make the playoffs. You got that right, my friend. I did my first three drafts of the year a couple weekends ago, and I was projected last place in every single one. I've never missed the playoffs in my life. Knock on wood. I was able to get Bijan Robinson and Derrick Henry as my RB1 and RB2. That's literally, as of right now, my top 2 running backs. Oh, we only got a 30-second clock. We're going to have to be dialed in. 18 rounds. I love to see that. Whoever wins that 32-man league is going to win the lottery. I tried to mock over there. I think I might just auto-draft. I mean, it wouldn't be that far out of the picture to just auto-draft, because the chances are you're going to have like 4 relevant players. There goes Bijan by Power Football. That's what we expected. Very good pick. If you guys are just joining, we're going to be going back and forth with each other's favorite guys probably the entire draft. So that is something you can expect to see, is Power Football to draft a very, very solid team. Cooper Kupp goes a little early. Very interesting. Same here, pretty much missed one, and that was in 2009. Yep. All right, perfect. So real quick, I'm repping the Travis Kelce jersey. In a 12-man league, there's no way that I would take Travis Kelce just because of the lack of depth you can get at other positions. But in a 10-man league, we are going to gain that positional advantage while still having time to draft plenty of other good players. So my 2022 MVP is coming back to my team in 2023. Let's rock and roll. And a lot of that is partially because Bijan Robinson was gone to Power Football. So I cannot take my boy Bijan Robinson, which I would guarantee do in a 12-man league if I also didn't have one of my favorite collaborators working with me. So we're going with Kelce in the 10-man league. And that's what we're rocking with so far. Now, obviously, if you know me, I love to load up on running backs early. So chances are, after taking Kelce in the first round, we are going to load up on our running backs. But we'll see what happens. We'll see who falls to us. You never know. You never know. Feels good. I didn't know. I mean, Kelce's projected to go 5th in ESPN leagues. I had the 5th pick, so I'm glad that he fell to us. It really helped getting Cooper Kupp to go at the 3rd overall pick, so we'll take that. Austin Eckler falls to 8. CMC falls to 6. Obviously, that's a little bit against the grain. Yeah, something else a little bit unique about this league is we have 3 wide receiver slots compared to 2, which is the standard amount. And then we have a big bench as well, so you guys will get to see plenty of our sleeper picks as well that you can target in your leagues. Devontae Adams goes a little bit earlier than expected. Dialed in. Let me know if you need any help in my insights. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Greg Goal, father of First and Goal. Also loves to make videos trolling me, called 4th and Long. Thinks it's really hilarious. So give it up for Greg Goal in the chat here. I'm taking Ridley early. That's all right. Thanks for helping me with the decision, bud. You got it. I am here for you. That's exactly why I am here. Back-to-back RBs for the number 10 team. You love to see that. Whole sneak peek here at my master list that we got going on right here. And a little bit of a plan tonight. But we're going to keep chugging along. Seems like Eckler has consistently been falling in drafts. He fell in my podcast league's draft as well. You know what? Maybe everyone's watching first and goal. Maybe everyone's watching first and goal. You never know. So, after drafting Kelsey, we really are really needing to go running backs here. Dad, that's what I'm saying. My draft days are Friday, 32-man Saturday. Holy 32-man on Saturday? That's wild, bro. That's wild. That is wild. All right, so we are guaranteed to get one of our 2 target guys here. We're going to draft a running back between Josh Jacobs and Jonathan Taylor here. I'm shooting straight for upside in this league. There's nothing on the line. There's no punishments on the line. It's just a bunch of guys doing a draft that reached out to me on Instagram. So I have absolutely zero reason. Woo! Kittle goes at the 2-5. Moment of silence for that team, ladies and gentlemen. Jonathan Taylor's coming home. And again, I don't want to hear this stuff about Jonathan Taylor and how he's a terrible pick. 2021 finishes as number 1 by a landslide. 2022, everyone has him as the number 1 overall pick, the clear-cut number 1 wide receiver, or number 1 running back, I apologize. And I fade him, and he busts. This year, he is going as like the 10th running back, and I have him ranked in the top 3. And everyone's like, holy moly, you have him ranked in the top 3. You are losing your mind. Why was he ranked number 1 last year? And why is it then outrageous for me to rank him in my top 3 this year? If he was just universally ranked as the number 1 guy last year. It's not outrageous, you guys. So again, shooting straight for upside, we are going to take Jonathan Taylor. He is currently, as of today, I flip-flopped him and Derrick Henry as my 2 and 3 running backs simply because of the trade situation. Dad, that's what I'm saying. Autocorrect my draft Monday, looking for 5 in a row in that league. Holy smokes, that would be crazy. And yes, holy reach. Power football goes with Amon-Ra. Very well done. Very well done. Jalen Hurts goes at the 210. That is quite early. Chris Olave, power football. Okay. This is good news, you guys. This is very good news. He doubled up on wide receiver, which is clutch because we had no intentions of taking a wide receiver. Very, very good. CeeDee Lamb falls to the 3rd pick in the 3rd round. Wow. In 12-man leagues, that would be ridiculous. I have some crazy bug flying around behind me. We're going to go running back here. We are going robust RB for sure. We got ETN, who I don't love. Najee, Jahmyr Gibbs. As you guys know, very, very high on Najee this year, so this is going to be a no-brainer pick for me. I am clearly way higher on Najee than everyone else, so please let me know what you guys think about Najee Harris. But this is going to be an instant pick for me. So we are off to the best start that I could imagined, as you guys could see right here. My ideal starts was tight end, RB. And specifically because of the 10-man league format, will potentially, by the absolute long shot that a top QB is still there, we will look to go for him. But I have never once seen a QB fall to middle of the 4th round. But this is the exact 3 players that we were looking for to start out this draft. So very, very excited. And just like that, the top 3 QBs are gone. So here's my situation. This next pick here, we are looking at some of the guys. Ridley is someone I love. Cooper is someone I love. Debo is all right. Keenan I don't love. Watson, Hopkins. We'll get into those guys later. But I am very, very high on Dameon Pierce. And if he doesn't get taken in the next 2 picks, I'm going to take Dameon Pierce. That is for certain. And I am going to do that simply because I think he is a level above everyone else left. And I like Javonte as my 12th running back. But, okay, Ridley just went, so that's going to make my decision for me. I wouldn't take Pierce right here if power football wasn't in this league. But I know for certain, looking at this team, and these are the things that you guys can plan ahead. He has one running back. He's going to go robust RB, or not robust RB. He's going to load up on running backs. So I just know for a fact that Pierce, being one of the guys that we both love, will instantly be gone right away if I don't take him right here. And then I will not necessarily love any of these guys until Javonte Williams at pick 62. So we are going to go Pierce here. This is this is our tight end RB start that we were looking for. I had like a 5% chance that one of those top QBs would fall to me, so that is a long shot. But this is truly like the ideal start that we were looking for. So very, very excited about this. What's worse, taking Kittle in the second round or taking Mahomes with the second overall pick? I mean, probably taking Kittle in the second round, even though Mahomes with the second pick is ridiculous, simply because I just don't like Kittle. I mean, Mahomes is going to be good. Kittle is a complete mystery. Yep, and there goes Javonte to Power Football. He definitely wanted Pierce, so I'm very, very pleased we picked him. Garrett Wilson is falling. Where did Wilson go? To 301, yeah. That was late. I won't lie, that was very late. I thought you'd take Gibbs, but Najee isn't bad either. I like Gibbs. I do like Gibbs. And how do I want to answer that? Particularly for this draft, I mean, obviously I'm shooting straight for upside, and obviously I do love young rookies. However, with me taking Jonathan Taylor with my first pick, with the chance that he may not even play, I think Najee was the safer option over Gibbs. And then Pierce is also going to be a very good option. So I think in this specific draft, Najee was a very solid selection. But I would not call you an idiot if you drafted Gibbs, that's for sure. I didn't even know you had formats for ideal starts. That's interesting. Yes, I absolutely do. And I would love to make one for any of you guys, depending on the pick that you guys have. Oops, not tight end. Definitely don't want a tight end. Cooper is a level above everyone else that we got here. So we are going to clearly take Cooper. Cooper is my wide receiver 14 at the moment. Let's get back to the draft here. But Cooper's the alpha. He's been pretty steady. And this is what I'm talking about. I just took the clear best tight end. I took 3 running backs. And then I'm sitting here with a solid wide receiver 1 in the 5th round. And that's going to be a trend through the 5th round, the 6th round, the 7th round, the 8th round, the 9th round in a 10-man league. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Versus if you take wide receivers, let's just look right here. We're looking at Alvin Kamara, the second best available, who's suspended. James Conner, Kyler Murray just went down. Who knows with that offense? Alexander Madison hasn't ever started before. James Cook hasn't ever started before. David Montgomery's not a starter. It's just a no-brainer to me to take the running backs early. We got to check out where all the quarterbacks are at right now. Okay, so here's a little bit of a good sign for us. Hurts is gone. Burrow is gone. Very good sign. So if Lawrence and Herbert aren't taken in the next 2 picks, we are guaranteed to get one of those 2 guys in the 7th round because everyone else other than Power Football has a quarterback, and the chances are he's going to take Lawrence or Herbert, and I am perfectly okay with the opposite. I think those 2 are huge value for us in the 7th round, and no one else is going to double up on a quarterback at this point unless the guy who just took a defense in the 6th round does something outrageous. Good. Okay. So, holy guys, I did not look ahead here. You guys can call me crazy, but I just like Mike Evans a lot. And I just made a video about him today. I have no hesitation of drafting Mike Evans here. I like Judy. I like London. I think London could fall later. Judy was very high, but again, I mean, he's injured. The dude can't stay healthy, so why am I going to tweak about it? And I mean, really, what's going to kill me between Judy and Evans, who I just took? Nothing's really going to kill me, so. Okay, so this is very good. So as you guys can see, a lot of the bottom teams have not taken a quarterback yet. So we planned this out very well. Power Football takes Drake London. Very good pick. I don't know why I said he would just fall, because I knew he wouldn't, because Power Football is drafting. Yeah, I think that is the same guy who took George Kittle. We're clearly looking at... Wait, who was that guy? Anyone know? Crown Jewels. Oh, no, that guy isn't the guy that took Kittle. What? That makes even less sense, almost. Who'd Power Football take? Power Football! Thank you for not taking the 2023 MVP of the NFL, Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm really glad that you listen to me with so many things that we do. Like, you're a really good guy. But I just love that you did not listen to me on my hot Trevor Lawrence take. Because now, I get to draft him. This is an instant select of Trevor Lawrence. This is the dream start, you guys. The dream start. We're going to go wide receiver next pick. Almost guaranteed. Is it possible Gage takes Daniel Jones? I have a feeling Lawrence, Herbert, Watson will be gone. I am so glad you're wrong. I am so glad you're wrong. Let's just say that. But let's take a look at what we're working with here, you guys. We're looking at my MVP of the 2023 NFL season, a running back I love as long as he plays, a running back I love, and a running back I love in my flex. We're looking at Cooper, solid wide receiver 1, Evans, solid wide receiver 1, and Travis Kelce, a guy who's a level above everyone else. How can you not, how could you look at this team, even if you don't agree with what I say, and just say that this team deserves a D- grade? That's my question. That doesn't really make any sense to me. But again, this team is going to be a little bit more loaded. Who are we going to take here? Oh, you know who we're going to take. Another wide receiver 1 who is still on the board in the middle of the 8th round. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me how. Michael Pittman is still here, a guy who is the only player on his entire team. And I do have Jonathan Taylor on my team, but this is my wide receiver 3, who's a wide receiver 1 on his team, who I'm getting in the 8th round, who's only going to get more value if Jonathan Taylor leaves. That's all I have to say. If you guys are watching this, please leave a like. I don't want to be that guy, but, we're trying to take baby steps up the ladder here. I ultimately do this fantasy football stuff because I love it, number 1. Number 2, because I want to help you guys, and I'm sick of the lying analysts all over the internet who don't have a clue what they're talking about. And number 3, because I potentially want to make a career out of fantasy football analytics, sports analytics. So we're going to slowly try to work our way up. And I appreciate you guys for being here very much. So go ahead and leave a thumbs up on the stream. That would be greatly appreciated. And we got to lock in here, guys. Who are we taking here? Who are we taking? As far as wide receivers go, I have Christian Kirk sitting at number 37. But this is a guy that we can potentially stack. Never mind, we cannot potentially stack him. Holy. All right, we're going to go Jordan Addison here. He is a level above everyone else that we got left. Jordan Addison sitting one spot above Quentin Johnson, who I know is going to get taken by... Oh, he's not going to get taken. Never mind. We got 2 picks before Power Football has 1, so he is not going to be happy with us, to say the least. But Jordan Addison is the answer here. Yep, Laporta got taken in the 9th round. I don't understand a lot of these guys. But chances are these are the guys that you're going to be playing with, people who take picks like these guys. And so we're just going to smile and wave and continue to move along with our draft. Because you could probably get Laporta in the 15th round. But kudos to that guy for taking a sleeper. Power Football. He maybe did it because he knew that I was in the draft. But I do think it is a bit of a reach. But also knowing that I took Travis Kelce, like I'm not gonna spend another high pick on Laporta, and I don't think any of these other guys are gonna spend a high pick on Laporta. So I don't really know why he took one that early. But let's take a look at Power Football's team. Herbert, Bijan Robinson, Javonte Williams, Chris Olave. Yep, very solid team. Very solid team. Oh! Okay, what? He already has Evan Ingram? Huh. Well, that changes things. I don't know. Now, we're sitting here looking at Gabe Davis and Quentin Johnston. Gabe Davis is going lower, which honestly might be enough, even if it's just 1 pick to take him. But I know that Power Football isn't as high on Gabe Davis as Quentin Johnston, and I know that he has Justin Herbert on his team, so he's going to want to stack him with Quentin Johnston. So we're just going to accept our anger from Power Football. I doubt he's going to take Gabe Davis on the way back, and we are going to confidently take Quentin Johnston with this pick. Ingram and Laporta have the same bye too. Do they really? Holy. Maybe he didn't mean to draft him. I don't know. But I know he loves Laporta, so I'm sure he did. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I'm not so sure on that one. I took Tyler Conklin as backup once Laporta got taken. I think he could possibly surprise a bunch of people considering that Rodgers has a history of making bad tight ends fantasy relevant. That could be true. That could be very true. I mean, I think betting on the Rodgers tight end is certainly never going to be a bad option. I'm not as high on him, but to be quite honest with you guys, I mean, you essentially take Travis Kelce or you look for sleepers. And so I'm not one to say you shouldn't take Tyler Conklin as a guy with potential upside compared to another guy who's just like a random tight end that has upside also. Because like, I don't really care, as like bad as that may seem. Like if I'm not getting Kelce, I'm just not taking a tight end with a mid pick at all. Justin Tucker goes. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Justin Tucker, this is an argument that I made last year before I was on my YouTube, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I made the take that Justin Tucker is a top 5 player in the NFL. Now, I know that seems like a bit wild, but like, actually think about it. he's for certain top 2 all time. For certain. Like, not even a debate. How many guys are top 2 all time, arguably the GOAT at their position, that are in the NFL right now? 0, other than Justin Tucker. We're going to take Gabe Davis. I am still a believer in Gabe Davis, and I'm certainly a believer as my number, 5 receiver? Oh, my computer's tweaking. 6 receiver. My number 6 receiver. I mean, this is a dude who can catch deep ball bombs on a regular basis. So why should I not take Gabe Davis? That's what I'm asking. Next, we're going to go Zach Charbonnet. We got any tight end? No, I'm not even going to look at tight end. What am I doing? Potential backups we're going to target. Let's look at our receivers. Cooper, Evans, Pittman, Addison, Johnston, maybe Kirk. But, I mean, I don't think, like, looking at Russell Wilson as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7th best guy, I don't plan to start Russell Wilson more than 1 week. And so I'm not going to, like, tweak about it and say I should draft Dak or Kirk 4 rounds earlier than Russell Wilson, or anyone down that list for that matter. Because Lawrence is going to win MVP. And you got to play fantasy football like you're 100% right. Because in a 10-man league, which is smaller than the average league, you have a 10% chance to win. Your back's against the wall. You are not likely to win. Oh! No. No. There it goes, guys. Charbonnet goes to NFL tandem. That's tragic. Very tragic. Bigsby gets sniped. Or I apologize, Charbonnet gets sniped. So we're going to go Bigsby. My plan was to go, which honestly is fine. Because as you guys can see on my rankings, I have Bigsby ahead of Charbonnet. And looking at Power Football having 2 picks here before I would have 1, he would have taken Bigsby for sure if I had taken Charbonnet. And I only would have taken Charbonnet assuming that Bigsby would have gone back to me. So I should have seen through that, you guys. I really should have. Now, we are getting to the point in our draft where it is time to shoot for upside. And I don't think any of these guys on the running back list have crazy upside. We got to plan this out here quick. We need a quarterback, 1 more running back, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. So 1 of every position. Who are the tight ends available? Okay, I actually like Dalton Schultz and Greg Dulcich. Okay, psych, I'm not crazy on Dalton Schultz. Number 11. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Greg's way down there. We don't care about quarterback. We're not, like, loving any of these running backs here. So we're going to go wide receiver 1 more time. And we are going to go Tank Dell, Rashee Rice. What do you guys think? Oh, that's true. I do like A-Chain. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. We're taking A-Chain. I would just like to shout out TJ Chamberlain for that pick because I completely tweaked and forgot that A-Chain existed. I did not take him in any of my leagues prior to this, and I was not expecting to draft him just because I am not familiar with physically getting him on my team. So, TJ, I appreciate you. That pick is courtesy of you, 1,000,000%. So, wide receivers, we're good. We're taking a defense kicker last 2 rounds. There's absolutely nothing that you guys should do. That's the second best thing, or the second worst thing you guys could do. What am I even saying? That didn't make any sense. Yes. Thank you very much. What I'm saying is, if I don't take a kicker or defense in the last 2 picks, I would rather just not take a kicker or defense at all. To, one, give yourself the depth that if one of your players gets hurt, you just have 1 or 2 more players than everyone else. Because if you're anything like me, can we just take a look at what Beckett just said in this chat? My bad boys fell asleep. How could you fall asleep during a fantasy football draft? This is like my favorite thing in the entire universe. Like, I would have to be 72 hours straight awake while on drugs to fall asleep in a fantasy football draft. Being tortured in the process. There is no way that I am possibly falling asleep in a fantasy football draft. There's no way. Absolutely no way. To be honest, we're going to go Greg Dulcich here. Or should I take Kirko? Okay, real quick, let's look at the tight ends available. Higbee, Chig. Yeah. Okay, I lied. We're gonna take Dulcich because I don't love Kirk like any more than the other guys, and I'm just a Minnesota Vikings fan. Despite this jersey, I just gotta show my respect to Travis Kelce for carrying me in my fantasy football leagues last year. Greg Dulcich, welcome to the roster. Glad to have you. The reason we did that is, one, because we are going to be taking a shot on a wide receiver sleeper, one of the 3 wide receiver sleepers I recommend, which I'll get to in a minute. And I'm not going to say that I believe in one any more than the other, simply because all of them are complete risky shots that we have no idea which one of them is going to pan out. And so I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, this one's for sure going to break out, because like, it's a receiver that's a rookie dark horse. All 3 of them are rookies. Like, I don't have any idea, you guys. I don't have any idea. QBs. Who do I have ranked here? Is Russell Wilson still here? No. Daniel Jones. Yeah, we could actually have a sketchy backup QB if these guys get taken here. Derek Carr, Jared Goff, Kenny Pickett. Derek Carr. All right. So if Daniel Jones gets taken, we're going Derek Carr, Jared Goff, Kenny Pickett in that order. I like Jones out of the QB's left because he has improved weapons and rushing upside. That's my thought as well, my friend. Jonathan Mingo, good sleeper pick. Yep, Daniel Jones will be the guy we pick if we get there. Again, if you are watching this and you have not liked the stream, please, please, please hit the like button. That would be greatly appreciated. Awesome. Daniel Jones, welcome to the roster, my friend. Right after this draft is over, we will go ahead and do an analysis on all the teams that we're looking at here. All the teams that we're working with. But first, we get to do the most exciting thing of the night, and that is check our roster's grade. It's time to be excited. It is time to be excited, my friend. Welcome to the Daniel Jones Fantasy Football Club, Gage. Yes, sir. Danny Dimes. Welcome to the team. All right. Let me pull up these 3 sleepers real quick. Rashee Rice. Tank Dell. Let me know which one of these guys you guys like the most, and we'll go with him. Who am I missing? Jalen Hyatt. These are my 3 guys that I love for late round running backs. And Deuce Vaughn as well, who is already drafted. When did Deuce Vaughn go? Oh, power football. Why did I ask? What are we thinking? Rashee Rice, Tank Dell, Jalen Hyatt. Guys, let me know. I didn't calculate this at all due to the delay. So chances are I probably won't pick your guy. I would probably just go Rashee Rice simply because of Pat Mahomes and no other reason. And again, these are all shots in the dark, so I don't think you can make a wrong answer at all here. Yeah, power is freaking throwing. And the chances are we could. Dell is the best situation, although the Texans used him on special teams last game. Hyatt, go fast. So, I just read Dell in the chat, and I just read Hyatt in the chat. So we went with Rice. I did that out of the kindness of my heart because I didn't want you two to fight, and I didn't want to pick a favorite between you two. So, please don't take it personally. And if you're going to take it personally, at least you're both taking it personally and not one of you. Because I don't like to pick favorites here. And, I mean, I'm wearing Chiefs jersey. Hello. And guys, this was calculated. Absolutely calculated. By the absolute long shot, Travis Kelce is just not good. Or he gets hurt, which actually isn't too far of a long shot considering he's freaking 50 years old and still is absolutely sexy. I mean, what? Amazing. Then Rice could emerge. Who knows? Who knows? All right, we're taking the best defense available and the best kicker available. Kickers. My logic on kickers quick. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. I appreciate each and every one of you. You didn't hear me say that. TJ, you didn't hear me say that. Sorry. As far as defense and kicker goes, defenses, I pick up a new defense every single week based off matchups. And I know most people don't like that. If you guys watch Fantasy Football Counselor, he is high on getting a top 10 defense. I personally am not. And don't take Cade York. That's big. I appreciate that. Got the 4K camera. Got me. He got me good. Anyways, I stream defenses. I pick up one for the best matchup each and every week. Last year, I was in the semifinals, and I picked up the Rams defense, and they dropped like 30 points with like 2 touchdowns and like 5 turnovers, and they single-handedly got me to the Fantasy Football Championship because I streamed a defense against like the worst offense in the league. And simply because that happened, I would recommend doing it anyways, but because that happened to me, there's no way that I'm not going to do it in every single league for the end of time. Okay, Ultra HD. Dude, whatever your camera is, I probably could use it because it'd be an upgrade from whatever I'm working with. Colts, bad offense. Falcons, bad offense. Bro, we're looking at like the 3 of the worst offenses in the NFL right here. Greg Zuerlein, Chicago. Oh, we are riding with, I was going to say Brandon McManus because I have Trevor Lawrence on my team, and then I saw Dicker the kicker show up. And this is just a no-brainer. An absolute no-brainer. If you have not rostered Dicker the kicker yet, you're not doing things the right way. His Windows computer or whatever he uses has. Koo is nice, but he's not Dicker the Kicker. All right, we are 3 picks away from the moment we have all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at this roster real quick, just before we get into things. Kelsey, I'm going to reiterate this again. Kelsey, number 1 tight end by a landslide. I recommend drafting him in smaller leagues because there is so much depth that you can get absolutely anyone until like the 9th round that's going to provide value. So we go Kelsey, instant positional advantage against everyone else. You give me a solid 7 on this team. Dad, I'm disappointed. I am taking a 10 out of 10 for myself on this team personally, which I actually haven't said a lot this year. But Kelsey, to start. Then we go triple running back. Taylor, obviously is talented, obviously can finish on top. He's proven he can do it before. Najee Harris also has proven he can do it before and is going to be a workhorse running back. People are scared about Warren. Let me know if you guys are scared about Warren in the chats. I personally don't watch preseason. Number 1, because it's not entertaining and the starters don't play. Number 2, because I hate the overreactions on the preseason. Like, Warren is not as good as Najee Harris. And all these streamers and analysts are saying that it's going to be like a 55-45 split now because he broke 1 tackle in the preseason. I don't care about the preseason, you guys. Dameon Pierce, 4th round. Workhorse, by far the best player on his team. Very comfortable. And then we rattle off, so we don't take a wide receiver in the first 4 rounds. And we get Cooper, Evans, and Pittman. 3 wide receiver 1s on their team. And we didn't take a wide receiver in the first 4 rounds. We get Lawrence, my MVP of the 2023 season. And then we go rattle off Addison, Johnston, Gabe Davis. Addison's a rookie. He's in one of the highest passing volumes in the NFL with one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL in Kirk Cousins. Quentin Johnston, again, in one of the highest passing offenses in the NFL. Could potentially emerge as one of the top weapons in the Chargers offense, assuming that one of the 2 top receivers ahead of him gets hurt. Gabe Davis, he's the number 2 wide receiver on his team in one of the most high-powered offenses, one of the most pass-heavy offenses, and he's a deep threat. Why would you not take a shot on him? Tank Bigsby, to go alongside Trevor Lawrence. I think he's going to emerge as a 50-50 split with Travis Etienne. I do not like Etienne. Devon Achane, the Dolphins wide receivers are not good. They're obviously in an ultra pass-heavy offense, but Achane could emerge as the running back 1. That's for certain. Greg Dulcich, he is going to be in a new and improved Sean Payton Broncos offense, so this is a very good backup tight end that you can get very late in drafts. Daniel Jones has rushing upside, continuing to get better. Rashee Rice, complete shot in the dark, could emerge as the wide receiver 1 with Pat Mahomes, high-powered passing offense, of course. Dolphins defense, which will be dropped for the best matchup defense as soon as I'm done with this stream. And Dicker the Kicker to round out the roster. Let's take a look. All right, we're going to take a moment to pause. There are 10 teams in this league. I am yet to have a league where I'm not projected last place. So I want to hear what you guys think I will be projected to place. If it is anything above 9th out of 10th, I will be completely flabbergasted because this will have never happened before in my years of competitive fantasy football. So let me know what you think. I am very excited. You'd give me a solid 0-17 with this team. That sounds about right according to the system. I'd say solid 8.5 to 9 at minimum. I appreciate it. I'm not scared about Warren. Najee is a power back, so at worst he'll get goal line. That's exactly right. ESPN going to do you dirty no matter what. I just say this team places bottom 3. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Projection-wise, yes, of course. Let's go to my team. League. What are we doing here? Draft recap. Oh, wait, we don't want to be on the draft. I know how to do this on my phone, but I'm like tweaking right now. Someone let me know if you know how to look at this. Eight out of 10. 8 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen, I should say. That is an all-time record for us. Third to last. That probably means we're not going to win, is what I'm realizing. It can only go down from here. I clearly didn't draft good enough now that I'm seeing where I'm projected. But although I'm going to re-rank myself as tied for 9th out of 10th because Power Football's in here and because he drafts very similar to the way that we do, and he is a very good fantasy football analyst. I'm going to give myself a tie with Power Football because I can. Because I can. You know what makes being projected at the bottom that much sweeter? Seeing a projected rank continue to rise up and then become the highest ranked team. The leaderboard is sweet with that. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull up another tab here. We are going to look here. We're going to look at rosters. And we are going to split screen this like an absolute genius. Everyone say hi to me. Woo! Okay, I actually shouldn't have done that. That was not smart because now I'm not going to know what I'm doing here. There we go. Okay. All right, we're going to go through these teams one at a time. GT Dream Team. Okay. Let's rank them. Joe Burrow, quarterback. Okay. First of all, yes, hi to the other me. First of all, this is the number 1 team. And the first 2 players on their team are Joe Burrow and Joe Mixon. That does not work. You can't assume that both of these guys are going to perform every week. And you need to assume the best all the time in fantasy football. Joe Burrow and Joe Mixon are going to be, one is good and one is not good all the time. Don't do that to yourself. Don't draft the same quarterbacks and running backs on the same team. That is an extreme red flag to start. Stevenson, this is just a risky team from what I'm looking at. Stevenson should be okay. I loved him a lot more before the trade, of course. Cup should be good. Lamb should be good. I like both of them. DJ Moore, I have obviously said in the past that I do not like DJ Moore at all as a fantasy player, as a football player, by any means. But this year specifically, he is not going as obnoxiously high as I think he usually does. So for that, I'm just kind of indifferent about DJ Moore right now. Waller is an extremely high upside tight end, so that's solid. Akers is a good third running back. Akers is, in my opinion, just as good as those other 2 running backs. Looking at the bench, this is the guy that sniped Christian Kirk from me. I'm not going to look at the bench or else we'll be here all night. But like this alone, the quarterback and running back 1 should be enough of a reason to not make this team the number 1 team for starters. Number 2 team, Pepe, Lamar Jackson, risky. Josh Jacobs, I like, but he's definitely going to decline from what he did last year. Rachaad White as the running back 2 instantly makes me dislike this team. Jamar Chase is going to be very, very good. Waddle as a wide receiver 2 should be solid, but I don't love him as early as he goes. Keenan Allen, again, has been steady in the past and has also been steady at getting injured. Lockett in the flex should be okay, but I expect him to decline this year. Freiermuth is another upside tight end. This team is just okay, in my opinion. The wide receivers are very solid. Lamar, if he explodes again this year, could be very good. But White could be a decent RB3 or 4, but not RB2. I 100% agree. He could really be a workhorse. There's no one else there, so I won't say that. Crown. All right. Oh, this is the guy who drafted Pat Mahomes. He instantly has to be top 3. Oh, I am not going to be a fan of this running back room. I'll tell you that much right now. ETN, following Mahomes, okay, this has been a misconception if you guys watch my content. I don't hate Pat Mahomes. Yes, I will evaluate your team. If you guys want to tell me your teams on this live stream right now, I will evaluate them at the very end. I don't hate Pat Mahomes. I like Pat Mahomes more than Justin Herbert. Herbert's ranked 5th in my rankings. Mahomes is ranked 4th. But I don't like the value. I would much rather draft Herbert than I would draft Mahomes. So people are always like, Gage, why do you hate Pat Mahomes? I don't hate Pat Mahomes. I just think there's much better value. ETN and Walker, that is 2 very suspect running backs. And my 2 favorite backup running backs are Tank Bigsby behind ETN and Zach Charbonnet behind Kenneth Walker. Adams, Diggs, top 2 wide receivers. 2 guys that have been very good in the past. I love Diggs again, but there has been some drama. Adams, I do like, but I do think he's going to fall off. Sutton could be very good if Judy's out, but if he's not, then it's a bit of a question mark. Brandon Ayuk had a big year last year, but I don't think he's going to repeat that. Tyler Algier is this guy's RB3. And only other running back. This guy on bye weeks or 1 injury is going to have 1 other running back who's a backup behind our number 1 running back in the NFL this year. I don't know what to say. Not a fan at all. Team Ashton, Watson, waited on QB. I respect that. Eckler, don't like, but he did fall pretty far. Pollard, don't like. Higgins, don't like. Okay, these 3 are not good picks in my opinion. Watson, Judy, both should be solid. Gibbs is going to be just as good as your top 2 running backs. So why not just take better running backs or take receivers and then go Gibbs? You're just handcuffing yourself. Hawkinson, top 3 tight end in my opinion. But because he took him that early, he wasted his picks on other guys. I'm not super fond of that team, to say the least. NFL tandem. Where did this guy draft? NFL tandem. Lower we go. Okay, what? Am I tweaking? Oh, hello. Justin Fields, high risk, high reward. That's for sure. Nick Chubb, he's going to be solid. J.K. Dobbins is the RB2, ladies and gentlemen. That is all you need to see. However, power football. I'll tell him to join the live stream. Real quick, we'll put a pause on this. He said, I think we both have very good teams. I agree. Would have liked better RVs, but overall, I'm good, I think. Yes, I agree. I'll get to your team in a second, that's for sure. Sorry, guys, 1 second. Oh, he's working. That's okay. Yes, I'll take a look at your teams when I'm done. Okay. Fields is high risk, high reward. Chubb is solid and safe. Dobbins, I do not like at all. But then he goes on a run of Tyreek Hill, A.J. Brown, Calvin Ridley. Those are 3 very good wide receivers. very, very good. And he has Andrews, a top 2 tight end, in my opinion. Okay, this team I do like. And I think is very dangerous if Fields clicks, if Andrews clicks, and if he has running backs that stay healthy. That's a good team. That's probably my favorite team yet, even though they only have one really solid running back. Because those wide receivers, like, they didn't make any crazy picks that I disagree with other than J.K. Dobbins and Justin Fields. Team Suave. Josh Allen, love him. Saquon, love him. Henry, love him. Oh, this is a good 3 first players. Devontae Smith, Godwin, and Johnson. Not very high on these first 2 guys. And let's just put this in perspective. ESPN rosters these guys in the order that you drafted them, position-wise. So this guy took Smith, a wide receiver 2, Godwin, a wide receiver 2, and then Deontay Johnson, a wide receiver 1 who has so much upside since he didn't score a single touchdown last year. So this guy took a wide receiver 1 with his 3rd wide receiver pick, but he just kind of went ultra risky taking 2 wide receiver 2s prior to that. So these are just the slight recommendations that I would make to these guys when they draft, is to aim high on the depth chart with these guys. Drew, I will get to your trade in a moment once we are done with this. That's for sure. Connor, he's going to be a workhorse. This is honestly a fine wide or running back 3 in my opinion. I really like this team too, simply because of the running backs and Josh Allen. I think it's definitely worse than the last team that we ranked with the ultra explosive wide receivers, but this team is solid. That's for sure. Birdman. Jalen Hurts. This dude took Jalen Hurts in the 2nd round. So, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Jalen Hurts is this guy's running back 1. By a mile with that. Cook and Herbert are his 2 starting running backs. Cook's a backup, and at best, he's a committee starter for now. Herbert is a backup in a committee to Justin Fields, and also is in a packed running back room. Like, you will never, ever, ever see me draft a single Bears running back, ever. They have 3 guys who are potentially going to earn the starting role and get work, on top of every single one of them being miles worse than Justin Fields running the ball. Like, there's just no reason at all to draft these guys. There's just no way. Then he goes, Justin Jefferson, very good. Wilson, very good. Samuel is going to be solid. Chig, sleeper tight end, and Pickens, big boomer bust player, in my opinion. I don't like that team at all. Like, if that dude has a running back or 2 that get hurt, like, he's screwed. And they don't even need to get hurt. Like, those guys could just single-handedly score, like, 3 points randomly every other week. There's no doubt about it. I'll just do a. You guys have already heard me talk about my team. I'm not going to talk about my team. Power football. Justin Herbert, very good value. Bijan, love him. Williams, in my opinion, he's a very good running back 3. Very good running back 3. I personally would be a little upset if he was my RB2, but I don't have any specific complaints about having him as a player. But then he goes Amon-Ra, Chris Olave, Drake London. Those are 3 very good receivers. 3 very, very good receivers. Njoku, I like him as a tight end that you can get late. And Miles Sanders, going to be a workhorse on his team. He has a lot of upside. He is the best player by a mile on his team. But that doesn't mean that I am super crazy about him. In my opinion, Miles Sanders is just an off-brand Dameon Pierce. That's the way that I see him. So I love this team other than Williams, who I do love. I just don't love him as an RB2. And then Sanders, just by default, having to be the RB3 because Williams is the RB2. But other than that, very, very good team. Oh, wait, what? Power football, you took 3 tight ends? For what? Why'd you take Njoku, Ingram, and Laporta? Okay. I don't know. Wait, was that it? All right. And Team 10, projected last, also named Team. Oh, yeah, this is our George Kittle second round pick. I am fully happy for this guy to take my last place rating for taking George Kittle in the second round. I am absolutely A-okay with that. And I think he took Rodgers at like some crazy early, like eighth round pick or something. So he goes Rodgers, who I like as a sleeper backup. I don't like McCaffrey. Okay, this is definitely my least favorite team. I don't like Aaron Jones. He's in a committee. New offense, a lot of question marks. Don't like Metcalf. Too many mouths to feed on that offense. Hopkins, okay, I'm higher on Hopkins than a lot of people. The way I see it, he's a very talented receiver that you can get in the 6th round as a wide receiver 1. He is a top 2 player on his offense with Derrick Henry in a not very packed wide receiver room other than Treylon Burks, who is still really yet to emerge. And I understand he's old and he's fragile, but again, in the 6th round, like we're talking about one of the best wide receivers in the last decade that you can get in the 6th round as a wide receiver 1 on his team still. McLaurin, wide receiver 1, he kind of goes around Hopkins. I'm not crazy about Lauren though, and now he's banged up. This guy took I can't even talk. I'm literally speechless. This guy took Pitts as his flex. And I know I said I wouldn't look at benches, but this bench is awful. That team is the rightful winner of my 10th place pick. My 10th place finish. That's for sure. So overall, again, very, very ecstatic about this team. And I will keep you guys in touch as the season goes on with how I feel about it. But again, love my running back core. Love Travis Kelce. Love Lawrence. Wide receivers are going to be okay. Just fine. I love my sleepers. I love my bench. I am very, very pleased with how this draft went. All right. Real quick. I got 80 of you guys watching. I don't think I can see the likes. Okay, psych, we have 4 likes. 9 people watching. So please, if you have not liked this, go hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Team should be called the Green Band. Yeah, they should. Please go ahead and like the stream, and I will answer any last questions that you guys have. I will rank your teams. I'm going to go ahead and look over at Drew's team that he sent me earlier. But if you guys have absolutely anything else that you want me to do, I'm going to be here. But also, if you're watching and if you have not subscribed, I'm assuming all of you guys have subscribed since you've watched this whole stream. But please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Share this video with your friends. If you're watching this and you're in this league, share it with your league mates to show them that I'm roasting them. That would be greatly appreciated. Because we love to keep it spicy here, you know? We always love to keep it spicy. All right, I'm going to rank this team that Drew sent me. I'll look at that trade in a second. Sorry, I'm confusing myself. Drew, correct me if I'm wrong. Wait, this is 10-man, right? Wait. Okay, yes, I believe it's 10-man league. He went and rattled off Bijan, Najee, Pierce. My 3 favorite running back values that you can get to start your draft in the 1st, 2nd, and likely 4th round. So those are phenomenal. Quarterback, he got Daniel Jones. He waited on quarterback, obviously. Drew, I am a big proponent of waiting on quarterback if you don't get one of those top guys. And again, I think you said you got sniped. Those quarterbacks were going really early, so I don't blame you at all for Daniel Jones, and he obviously has upside. So that is a good pick. And then he goes Ridley and Johnson. As his starting 1 and 2 wide receivers, Ridley is going to be phenomenal. Top 10 wide receiver. I got to stack him in a couple of my leagues with Lawrence. I'm so fired up about it. Johnson obviously has nowhere but up from last year. He is a volume vulture. He gets so many targets. And then on the bench, he goes Evans. Obviously, it's going to be very good. Most consistent wide receiver in the league. Javonte Williams, another very good running back as the running back 4. Pittman, again, you guys saw him, or you saw me draft Evans and Pittman as my starting wide receivers, so that goes to show you how good this team is. Elijah Mitchell is guaranteed to get work in that offense. Thielen is theoretically, a wide receiver 1 on his team. And I know there's a lot of young guys that could emerge, and he's kind of old and slow, but I'm going to be higher on Thielen. I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, and he is from the town that I go to college to. So Romeo Doubs has upside, now is a little banged up. Tyler Conklin at tight end, Brock Purdy, just really, really solid. Really solid. I would probably trade teams with you if I could. The one with Javonte as my RB4 is my 10-man league. Yes, for sure. That is phenomenal. It is really, really phenomenal. Because you guys are watching, what was I just going to say? I don't know. Again, if you guys got anything else for me, let me know. I'll probably give it like 2 minutes and then we'll call it a night because I'm tired. And I am taking off to college in the next couple days here. And then we are going to transfer the First and Goal content to college. And it's probably not going to be as frequent simply because I am going to be very busy. That's just the way it goes. All right, no one's saying anything. We are down to, I think, one person wrapping up the stream here. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you're watching this after it's posted as a video now, let me know what you think of this team. Let me know what you think of my recaps. Please, please, please make sure to subscribe and like this video if you have not already. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I'm here for absolutely anything. If you need to talk fantasy football, life, whatever you guys need, I am here. We can take it beyond fantasy football. That is absolutely cool with me. Good luck in your guys' drafts coming up in the next week here. I appreciate you guys. That is all I got. Night, night, y'all.